Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing a rather what feels like a retro type of review. It's been a long time since I've done any sort of action figure review on the channel, which is a shame. So I do like my action figures and I do like reviewing them. But if you can believe it, I got this at the Disney store in town where I live for £5. Bargain. Absolute steal of a bargain, because I saw that it was originally £18.95, and you know what? I thought, why the hell not buy it? I mean, yeah, £5 for a full diecast, proper, authentic Star Wars Elite series. Kylo Ren unmasked. I mean, I'd much prefer to get the proper Kylo Ren, as I like to refer to him as, which is the Kylo Ren in the mask. I mean, but just detail-wise, he is sensational. It's out of this world. He's very tall. He's much bigger than my Doctor Who figures, of course, understandably. I want to try and move him and that, but I'm a bit worried he'll fall over. But yeah, let's just put him here. It comes with a base. I'll get that out of the way first. It comes with a base with the Star Wars logo and a little nub there to put his foot on there. Star Wars, and then all this sort of metal grating-y type thing, and the Star Wars logo there, and so on and so forth, and all that. Really nice, authentic base. Really makes it feel more, I don't know, adult buying this. But I mean, he weighs quite a bit as well, like, he's quite a heavy, figure. And that, the back, again, the robes are just really insanely detailed and creased and, rugged, and all the different textures and sort of mesh and that, on the shoulder pad there, and, the hood. The detail is just sensational. I don't like the fact that this is quite loose, but you might be able to maybe pop his head off and then take that off, maybe, but I wouldn't know. I haven't tried, and I dare not. I've never got anything like this before, so this is sort of my first time getting something like this, and can I just say, it looks stunning. I can't praise the sculpting enough. I mean, you've got the glossy sort of black boots and the glossy belt and a sort of more matte, finish of his armour and that. And then even his hands sculpted in a way where he looks like he's forcing someone, force choking someone or something, or sort of like wielding the force to try and like control Rey's mind. Accessory-wise, beyond the base, obviously, comes with his infamous sort of cross-bladed lightsaber with the little mini lightsaber bits there. It's brown with gold, with a red stripe there. Really nicely done detail on the red lightsaber. The only thing I don't like on my one particular is the fact that it does look a little bit bent out of shape, doesn't it? I mean, so, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I mean, his other hand is obviously sculpted in a way where he can hold the lightsaber, so that's always good. They've even gone so far as to detail the arms with the sort of stripes that he has and that on his arms, on his clothing, and then on the sort of gloves that he wears. I'm assuming they're gloves anyway. But yeah, just the robes, the face looks insane. It looks exactly like the guy who played Kylo Ren as well. So it looks absolutely stunning. Looks like him to a T, really, if you ask me. I mean, he doesn't look too good on camera, but he does in real life. So, the hair sculpt is sensational as well, amazing. Some of the best hair sculpt I've seen on an action figure. And that just looks like he's got lots of, strands and that, flowing brown locks, or black, maybe even, locks of hair. But yeah, I mean, he looks like the actor. He looks like who you think he looks like, If we can just get the camera focus, and that. but yeah, I love it. It's so amazing, and to accompany the amazing detail, there is phenomenal articulation, of course. His head moves up and down and left and right, and that. I mean, it's somewhat hindered because of this thing, but again, I think you can probably take the head off and move this, but then he'd look a bit odd, really, because I don't think you ever see him in the film without this sort of piece. Really, I don't think, not to my knowledge. I mean, you could always comment below if there is a scene where he is like that, but the arms can go out at the sides. I mean, this one's hindered by the sort of poncho-y neck thing, the robes, or the cloak even, sorry. That one goes out to the side, in at the elbows, or the shouldery things, and then full 360 hands even, and all sorts of bits and pieces, really. They're all ball jointed and pivots and God knows what else. And that, and like the legs move about and stuff, but they are somewhat hindered by the bottom of the cloak / robes, really. But I love it. It looks so cool and so menacing and amazing. I'd put the lightsaber back into his hand, but considering I'm doing this with the one hand, it's a bit of a challenge. I'm curious as to whether he's sort of upper torso moves, but considering that is sort of very heavy metal, I'm assuming that doesn't, so, which is fair enough. I mean, you get a lot of other posability, you can make him look off to the side, look at the bottom, look at the side, look down, and that, menacingly look up, and that, like, oh my god, there's an X-Wing, rebels, and that. You can definitely get him in lots of different positions and poses to display him on the shelf with the authentic base plate of Doom, as I like to call it, and the awesome lightsaber. And I mean, if you're a big enough Star Wars nut / enthusiast and fan and all that of Star Wars, and that, it's a no-brainer. It's a given that you would pay this, or pay to get this, no matter how much, really. I mean, obviously I thought the original price was quite steep, but then again, I've never bought one of these, and I mean, it's sensational. It really is one of the best action figures I've ever got, or sort of collectible-y type things, but the thing is, I have nowhere to display it, unfortunately, and, but aside from that, I'm ecstatic about it. I mean, considering I bought it for £5, that is dirt cheap for something that normally it retailed for £18.95. I mean, if you're a big enough Star Wars fan, then yeah, it's a no-brainer to get this one. I would personally prefer to have got the Kylo Ren with the mask and the helmet sort of thing, the helmet, but considering that was, I'm assuming, full retail price, I just got this instead because, again, it was £5. Bargain, absolute bargain. And if you can find it for dirt cheap, or even the original price, and you're willing to pay, I mean, I think it's definitely worth £18.95. If you're a big enough Star Wars fan, then yeah, I think it's worth that money. If not, if you're sort of on the fence about getting it, because you kind of like Star Wars, but you're not a massive fan, I think you could miss this one at original price. But even if you're not that big a Star Wars fan, but you find it for some reason for £5 somewhere, I'd recommend it easily. I mean, it's so poseable, it's articulated rather well. I mean, it's not got the best articulation ever, but considering it's a full-on die-cast, really heavy sort of metal in the middle figure, in the middle of its body, I think it's mainly die-cast, and some of the feet. The feet are quite heavy as well, like weigh it down as well. But yeah, I think this is a 10 out of 10 action figure. Thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.